Hello, our students. Today we are going to discuss History Grade 11 Unit 4. With this video, we are going to discuss 17 questions from Chapter 4. Let's proceed to today's lesson. 4.1 The European Middle Ages. 4 questions are raised from this subtitle. So, students, you have to attentively follow this video. Question number 1. What was the dominant social and economic system in medieval Europe? A. Capitalism. B. Feudalism. C. Socialism. D. Democracy. Question number 2. Who was crowned Emperor of the Romans in 800 AD? A. William the Conqueror. B. Charlemagne. C. Julius Caesar. D. Richard the Lionheart. Question number 3. What was the primary goal of the Crusades? A. To conquer new trade routes. B. To spread Renaissance ideas. C. To reclaim the Holy Land from Muslim rule. D. To establish democratic governments. Barattoota, gaaffiiwwan har'a isiniif hojjedhu. Boqonnaa 4 mata duree tokko jalaa gaaffii 4 isiniif hojjechuudhaan qophii qormaata keessan daree keessattis haa ta'u intiraansiidhaaf daran akka isin qopheessuu danda'utti itti yaadee dhufe waan ta'eef isinis GO lesson 17 TUB wajjin qayyabachuun bu'aa qabeessummaa keessan akka mirkaneeffattan gamanumaan isin affeera. ተማሪዎች በዛሬው ቪዲዮ ከምዕራፍ 4 11ኛ ክፍል ሂስትሪ ትምህርት ከእያንዳንዱ ታይትል ወይም ደግሞ ርዕስ አራት ጥያቄዎችን ይዤላችሁ መጥቻለሁ። እናንተም ከጂኦ ሌሰን 17 ቲዩብ ጋር በማጥናት ለፈተናችሁ ብሎም ለኢንትራንስ ኤግዛም እንድትዘጋጁ ከወዲሁ አሳስባችኋለሁ። ጉድ Feudalism was the dominant social and economic system in medieval Europe. It is based on land ownership, where lords granted land fiefs to vassals in exchange for military service. Capitalism was emerged later, while socialism was a modern concept, and democracy was not practiced widely in medieval Europe. B is the correct answer. Charlemagne or Charles the Great was the king of Franks, crowned by Pope Leo III, reinforcing the alliance between the Frankish monarchy and the Catholic Church. William the Conqueror ruled England after 1066, while Julius Caesar was from ancient Rome, and Richard the Lionheart led the Crusades. So, B is the correct answer. Reclaiming the Holy Land from Muslim rulers was the primary goal of Crusade War. The Crusades were religious wars between Christians and Muslims for control of Jerusalem, the Holy Land, while trade and cultural exchange increased. They were not the primary reasons. The Renaissance came later, and democracy was not the focus of the agenda. Therefore, the correct answer for question number 3 is C. Question number 4. What was the significance of Magna Carta in 1250? A. It ended feudalism. B. It limited the power of the English king. C. It established a new form of government. D. It created a trade alliance with France. Question number 5. Which of the following had the highest position in the social and the political hierarchy of medieval Europe? A. The king. B. The nobles. C. The knights. D. The serfs. The significance of Magna Carta in 1250 was to limit the power of the English king. Magna Carta was signed by King John of England limiting royal power and granting certain rights to nobles. It did not end feudalism, nor did it create a new government or trade alliance. Therefore, B is the correct answer. The king had the highest position in social and political hierarchy of medieval Europe. Students, you can observe the hierarchy of this position in social and political hierarchy of medieval Europe from History, Grade 11, Chapter 4, page 81. The king held the highest position in social and political hierarchy of medieval Europe. As the ruler of the kingdom, the king had the most authority, owned all the land, and granted positions of it to nobles in exchange for loyalty and military service. While nobles were powerful landowners below the king, nobles were granted land by the king and in return provided military service. While they were high in status, they were not above the king in the hierarchy. Knights were vassals of the nobles and often served as warriors. They were above peasants but below nobles in the hierarchy. Their primary role was military service in exchange for land or protection. Serfs were at the very bottom of the social hierarchy. They worked the land and were bound to it. They unable to live without permission from the Lord. They had the least power in a society. As a result, A is the correct answer. 4.2 Main features of the Middle Ages. Question number 6. What was the main economic system of medieval Europe? A. Industrialism. B. Manorialism. C. Free market capitalism. D. Mercantilism. Question number 7. How did the Black Days 3047 up to 3051 impact Europe? A. It led to a decline in trade. B. It increased the power of the feudal lords. C. It caused labor shortages and weakened feudalism. D. It resulted in a stronger Catholic Church. Manorialism was the main local economic system of medieval Europe, where lords owned self-sufficient states. Industrialism came after the Industrial Revolution and capitalism emerged later, and also mercantilism was a trade policy of the age of exploration. Reasonably, B is the correct answer. Black Days affect Europe by causing labor shortages and weakened feudalism. The bubonic plague killed up to 50% of Europe's population. This leads to labor shortages and increasing wages for surviving workers. It actually increased trade. In the long run, weakened feudal lords and led to the decline of church authority. As a result, people questioned the religion. C is the correct answer. Black Days caused labor shortage and weakened feudalism, affecting Europe in the year of 3047 up to 3051 for consecutive 4 years. Question number 8. What was the main role of medieval guilds? A. To train knights. B. To control trade and protect workers. C. To spread Christianity. D. To establish universities. Question number 9. What was the Domesday Book? A. A collection of medieval laws. B. A book of scientific discoveries. C. A record of land and property in England. D. A religious text. The main role of guilds in the medieval period was to control trade and protect workers. Guilds were organizations of artisans and merchants that regulated trade and set quality standards. They did not train knights focusing on religion or establish universities, though some guilds supported education. For question number 8, B is the correct answer. Domesday Book is a record of land and property in England. Domesday, commissioned by William the Conqueror in 1086, and the Domesday Book was used to assess taxes based on land ownership, and also it was not a law book. It was not a religious text. It is not a science book. Here, B is the correct answer. 4.3. The Middle Ages in Asia. Question number 10. Which empire controlled China during the 13th century? A. Ottoman Empire. B. Roman Empire. C. Mongol Empire. D. Byzantine Empire. Question number 11. What was the main contribution of the Mongol Empire? A. Destruction of trade routes. B. Promotion of cultural exchange and trade. C. The spread of Christianity. D. The invention of democracy. Question number 12. What was the dominant religion in medieval Japan? A. Islam. B. Buddhism and Shinto. C. Christianity. D. Judaism. Question number 30. What was the Bushido Code? A. The laws of China. B. A samurai code of honor. C. A religious doctrine. D. A trade agreement. Mongol Empire was controlled China during the 13th century. The Mongols led by Kublai Khan, which ruled China during the Yuan dynasty. Who ruled China during the Yuan dynasty? The Ottomans were in the Middle East and the Romans had already fallen, as well as the Byzantines were in Eastern Europe. As a result, Mongol Empire was controlled China during the 13th century. C is the correct answer. Promotion of cultural exchange and trade was the main contribution of Mongol Empire. The Mongols protected the Silk Road, boosting trade and global connections. They did not destroy trade, spread Christianity, or they did not introduce democracy. B is the correct answer. Buddhism and Shinto was the dominant religion in medieval Japan. They shaped Japan's culture. Islam was not prominent. Christianity was arrived later, and Judaism was not widespread. So B is the correct answer. Samurai code of honor was the Bushido code. Bushido emphasized loyalty, honor, and discipline among samurai warriors. It was not legal system. It was not a religion, or it was not a trade deal. So B is the correct answer for question number 13. 4.4 Development of early capitalism 1500 up to 1789. Question number 14. What economic system dominated early modern Europe? A. Feudalism. B. Mercantilism. C. Socialism. D. Communism. Question number 15. What financial institution played a key role in early capitalism? A. The Catholic Church. B. The Bank of England. C. The Roman Senate. D. The Ottoman Sultan. Question number 16. What was the major effect of early capitalism? A. A decline in European trade. B. An increase in banking and joint stock companies. C. The abolition of private property. D. The return of feudalism. Question number 17. What role did colonies play in mercantilist economies? A. They provided raw materials and markets for finished goods. B. They were independent economic system. C. They were used only for military expansion. D. They developed without European influence. Okay. Mercantilism was an economic system dominated early modern Europe. It was based on the idea that a nation's wealth depended on its stock of gold and silver, and that the government should control trade. Feudalism was declined, socialism was developed in the 19th century, and communism came later. So, B is the correct answer for question number 14. The Bank of England was a financial institution, played a key role in early capitalism. Here, the Bank of England, established in 1694, the Bank of England helped finance trade and government activities. The church was mainly religious. The Roman Senate belonged to an earlier period, and the Ottoman ruled in different regions. So, others are not the correct, but B is the correct answer. An increase in banking and joint stock companies was a major effect of early capitalism because early capitalism led to the rise of joint stock companies where investors shared profits and risks. Trade increased, private property expanded, and feudalism continued to decline. As a result, C, A, D are not the answer. B is the correct answer. The role of colonies in mercantilist economy was providing raw materials and markets for finished goods. Colonies supplied raw materials like cotton, sugar, and tobaccos, and bought European goods, fueling mercantilism. They were not independent. Colonies are not primarily military or free from European control. So, A is the correct answer.